Last month, I bought a new apartment and I got it completely for free. In this video, I will show you exactly how I did it. And at the end of this video, I will show you how to achieve it for yourself. What's up everyone, my name is Joris and welcome to the Money Network. A network of people that share experiences and knowledge. A place where you will learn about money and finance and where you will meet like-minded people. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel and join the Money Network. As you know, I am a vivid fan of investing. I invest in the stock market, I invest in alternative investments, and of course, I invest in real estate. During my time as a private banker in major banks in Belgium, I learned that earning money with real estate is hard work, but it is extremely rewarding. In short, if you want to be rich, go for real estate. I took that advice to heart and I started my real estate journey back then. I bought some apartments a few years ago, but I still wanted to keep expanding, so I started to look around again. For over the last year and a half, I was looking for a new apartment to buy. I visited countless apartments and I followed a lot of leads. In October of last year, I finally found a good apartment to invest in. I placed my bid, then I had to raise it, and all of a sudden I had bought a new apartment. That feeling never gets old. But it wasn't over in October, oh no, that was just the start of a long and tedious process of buying a new property. A process that even got harder over time due to new regulations, and it almost made me throw in the towel twice. So here is how it went. I found this apartment in August online on a listing website. Back then it was listed for 289,000 euros. I liked the apartment, but I didn't like the price, so I didn't capitulate on it. A few months later the price dropped to 262,000 euros and I decided to give it a shot. I visited the apartment and I saw it was pretty old, but it was well maintained. In today's real estate market it's best not to wait too long. I already knew there was a bid of 250,000 euros, so I placed my bid on 252,000 euros, 3.8% under their asking price or 12.8% under their original price. A few hours after I placed my bid, the real estate agent called me to say they didn't accept my offer, but they would accept 253,500 euros. So I raised my bid a bit and it was accepted. I had bought an apartment for 253,500 euros. And now the dance with the banks began. I drafted up my mortgage portfolio and I sent it to several banks. I really advise you to create a mortgage portfolio to help you in the process of getting a good loan. I will make a video about this pretty soon. Since I made a point of it to get this apartment for free, I had a few requirements. I wanted to have a duration of 25 years or more. I wanted to lend 100% or more. I wanted to have a very low interest rate, and I wanted a part, if not all of the loan in a bullet loan. A bullet loan is a type of loan where you're not paying down the principal. You're only paying down interest on the principal that never gets paid off. So you keep paying interest, and at the end of the bullet loan you are due the whole principal. It's a cheap way to finance, but only if you have a plan B up your sleeve to pay down the principal after the duration of the loan. Those few requirements were also sent to those banks. In total, I wrote to six different banks. 3 of them said no from the start, no bullet loans, we don't do those. One other bank told me they'd do the whole loan of the new apartment in a bullet loan. This was interesting to me. But I would be paying 2.75% on interests, and it was not flexible. This was a definite no-go for me. With those interest rates, I'd be paying down almost as much as I would be paying in a normal loan, but I wouldn't be paying down principal. So at this time, we are about November, with only 2 potential new banks left. Now the new regulation about the registration fees came into place. From the 1st of January 2022, registration fees for secondary properties would rise from 10 to 12%. And this is bad, because I needed to get my loan done and get the deed signed before the end of the year. If not, I had to pay 5,070 euros more in registration fees alone. To make the process even more tedious, the banks were now required to do valuations on properties before loans could be accepted. And lastly, I was watching interest rates go up and up and up during the whole month of October, so I couldn't wait any longer. I had to do it now. The longer I would be waiting, the more expensive my loan would get. So 3 major snags, all in a pretty stressful period already. Since the banks now have all these extra requirements and investors all wanted to get their properties bought before the end of the year, all real estate transaction procedures at the notaries and at the banks, they all went extremely slow. It was delaying my planning and I started fearing I wouldn't be making it. I was about to just end the whole process and leave it be. And then at the end of November, the 2 banks finally sent in their offers. Luckily, interest rates had dropped down by then. Luck was in my favor. I also arranged with the previous owners of the apartment to leave the apartment partially furnished. I got a lot of the furniture, the washing machine, the dryer and other items just for free. A nice added bonus. So now for the financials. As you know, the apartment cost me 253,500 euros. It's located here in Flanders in Belgium. An investor will pay 25,350 euros in registration fees. At least they did until the end of 2021. There's also a payment of 4,000 euros in bank costs and registration fees, and around 5,500 euros in notary fees and their registration fees. A total buying price for me of 288,350 euros. One bank offered me a 100% loan on 25 years with an interest rate of 1.4%. That resulted in a monthly payment of 1,000 euros and 88 cents. It wasn't bad, but the other bank sent me a way better offer. The second bank sent me a 4-fold offer. They wanted to finance my project for 102% with an option to go to 112%. They were financing 211,500 euros via a standard mortgage on 25 years at 0.99% interest rate. I'll be paying 795 euros and 67 cents per month. The rest of the acquisition price was financed via a bullet loan of 42,000 euros on 10 years at 1.24% or 43.18 euros per month. As said before, no principal was paid down here, but it's a cheap loan. In 10 years from now, I will be paying down the 42,000 euros. I will have a plan by then. They also financed my notary fees of 5,500 euros, a loan of 10 years on 0.75%, 47 euros and 21 cents per month. And lastly, another 25,000 euros was proposed for renovation works, 25 years on 1.22%. I won't be needing this loan, at least not all of it. I'm looking now into how I can lend some more here. A total monthly payment of 886 euros and 6 cents and a potential of 96.65 euros extra for the renovations. That is a lot less than my first offer. It's a lot better. So obviously I went for the second option, since that option basically gave me the apartment for free. And here is that calculation. I bought the apartment for 253,500 euros, so my total cost of purchase was 288,350 euros. I was able to get loans for 259,000 euros, so out of pocket cost only 29,350 euros. I am now painting, remodeling and updating the apartment to achieve added value here. I will do everything myself to lower costs. It's really not that much, and I will try to keep costs under 2,000 euros. So a loan for renovation won't be necessary after all. Since I will be renting out this apartment fully furnished in the future, I also added some extra furniture worth around 2,000 euros. So the total cost for me, 33,350 euros, including purchase fees, taxes, notary fees, and costs directly related to the upkeep and the remodeling of the apartment. Because I was able to get a loan this high, I am actually making a profit on the moment of purchase of the apartment itself, from day one out. So opposed to my 33,350 euros in costs and taxes is the added value. I am confident that I have bought the apartment under value, and in its current state it is worth 265,000 euros. That means that I already have an added value of 11,500 euros at purchase. I have painted the whole apartment, giving me an added value of around 2% or 5,000 euros. I fixed holes, I fixed electricity outlets, I fixed lamps and other small items around the apartment. I'm also remodeling the bathroom and the little separate toilet. This all will give me an added value of 10,000 euros. I also got a lot of furniture for free. This included a washing machine, a dryer, a dishwasher, an oven, a microwave, and etc. All in at least 5,000 euros. I also added new furniture worth around 2,000 euros. So all in, the added value results in a guesstimation of 33,500 euros, or a free apartment. Because the initial cost is neglectable, we have to look at the monthly payments in the mortgage. In the future, I will be renting out this apartment after all. As said before, the total mortgage costs on this apartment are 886 euros and 6 cents. Costs directly related to upkeep and taxes are around 2,400 euros per year, or 200 euros per month. That is a total monthly cost of 1,086 euros and 6 cents. I will be renting out this apartment for at least 1,150 euros per month, which is still a little bit low for a furnished 2-bedroom apartment in the city center. If we then take our monthly costs of 1,086 euros and 6 cents and subtract the rental income of 1,150 euros, we get a small positive cash flow with all costs included of 63 euros and 94 cents. This positive cash flow is small, but it will grow over time due to rent indexation. I can also decide to pay down the mortgage faster than required to make my monthly mortgage payments drop. I will also do this, and I will make a video about the process. So in the end, I paid around 34,000 euros in the acquisition process, but that money was directly transferred into house equity. Furthermore, when the apartment is ready, I will be able to rent it out for a small positive cash flow, helping me progress further on my real estate journey. And you too can achieve this. There are a few key elements in this story that you can implement so you can do the same thing for yourself. First of all, you will need very good credit. In Europe, we don't work with credit scores, so it's harder to gauge for yourself. But having a good credit is crucial in this case. In essence, everyone has good credit, unless you have failed to pay back loans in the past. In that case, you will be blacklisted in the credit central, and new loans won't be issued to you. Good credit further means that your capacity to pay back current and potential new loans is healthy. What I mean by this is that your monthly income, your cash flow, is big enough to sustain the monthly paybacks. Having a clear overview of your finances will also help your cash flow. Thus, it is very important to stay up to date with your ins and outs of your finances. Secondly, money in real estate is made at the start and way later in life when the loans are being paid back. If you manage to buy a property under its market value, you'll earn from day one. And on top of that, paying less for a property also lowers your registration fees and even your notary and bank costs. If the property is renovated or sold, or renovated and rented out, only then the money starts really flowing in. If you are selling after renovation, the process is easy. All surplus money after the sale is your profit. There are some taxes on added value, but you can reduce costs, so it doesn't matter too much. Renting out is more tedious and it will take you more time, but its cash flow will provide you with ample earnings over time. In essence, you are paying off your real estate portfolio with other people's money. And on top of that, if you manage to charge more for your rent than your actual monthly payments, you will be having a positive cash flow. So you're actually winning twice. This positive cash flow will be a snowball effect on your real estate journey. If you want to learn more about real estate or personal finance or stock investing, it's always advised to look for a mentor or a group of people with a lot of knowledge. You get the knowledge from books, but it's always better to get it from people in the field. You have to build up your network of people who already got that knowledge. And that is why you have to join the Money Network.